Hello and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got the Pelsee P1 Duo 4K and 1080p cam. So as usual, we're going to start with the unboxing to see what is actually in the box itself. And then I'm going to show you the installation of both dash cams, the front and the rear one, the app control, voice control, and the actual footage obviously from the camera from both daytime and nighttime driving. So these are static stickers that help install the dash cam to both front and rear windshield. We just peel it off. Again, I'll show you when I'll be installing the dash cam how it works. We've got some standard paperwork, upgrade your warranty. We've got a cloth to clean our windscreen, and then we've got quite a thick manual, actually, which comes in a few languages. Explains everything, how to set this up and so on, but like I said, the purpose of this video is to show you how to do it yourselves. So in the accessories box, we've got quite a few accessories actually, including the actual charger. Now it is a pass-through charger, meaning you do get a full USB-A port on it. So obviously if you do use a charger to charge your phone, for example, and you've only got one 12-volt socket in your car, you can plug it in and then plug in your phone directly to this charger. And then there is a Type-C as well that goes into the cam itself. This is the rear-facing camera. This is a prying tool, some clips as well to get the cabling nice and neat around the car itself. And then we've got the front-facing dash cam in this box itself. Do bear in mind that both dash cams do have a protective foil on their lenses, so make sure you remove these before the installation, because obviously otherwise the picture quality will be quite pants, to put it lightly. Okay, so let's unwrap the actual cam. So you've got a 3M sticker on the bottom of the cam and one Type-C port for it. This you have to peel off. This is the actual visor. And then, like I said, there is a sticker on the front as well. And then there is a memory card on the side, which is a nice addition. And it's no small feat because it is a 64 gig internal memory. Well, not internal. It's a 64 gig memory card. So it's nice that it is supplied by Pelsee themselves, because it's not always a given. Now the actual mount is quite sturdy, and I have to admit that it's nice because the dash cam doesn't rattle, it doesn't jump up or down, it's very sturdy. And then we've got the record button on the back, and like I said, the visor. However, you also do get the app if you want to see what's actually being recorded, which I will show you in a second. And this is the rear facing camera. Like I said, there is a protective foil on the lens, and then there is an up arrow which shows you how to install the cam. Again, I will show you that in a second when I'll be installing the apps themselves. And again, you can rotate it 360 degrees if you want to, when you're going to install it. Now, in terms of connecting both front and rear camera, all you have to do is follow the arrows again on 1 and 2nd connector. You've got a white arrow on the left, and then you've got, let me close it in, another arrow on the right, and then all you do is just connect it, and that's it. Voila. That's literally it. That's how you connect both cameras. And then we've got some clips as well. We've got a screwdriver. These clips do have small stickers on them as well. You can use these additional sticky pads as well. Right, so then another feature I wanted to discuss is the security of the cam itself. So you can slide it to the right, and then you can hide the dash cam if you want to. If you, for example, live in a dangerous area where someone might smash your window and steal the camera. However, the camera itself does actually, when it's plugged in, even if the car is off, works 24 hours. So when it when it senses a bump, it starts recording as well. So we're going to clean the front windshield, windscreen, and not windshield, and we're going to apply the static sticker. Now you do get 4 stickers, 2 for the front, 2 for the back. So for example, if you need to replace it at some point, I don't know, a couple of years later, you do get a spare one for the front and a spare one for the back. So I'm just going to peel it off. And they are both marked front and rear. So the rear one is slightly smaller because the dash cam for the rear is actually, well, the cam for the rear facing camera is slightly smaller. So we're just going to put it nicely so there are no bubbles or anything like that. And then let's grab the camera itself. I'm going to peel off the sticker from the 3M sticky pad. And then I'm going to attach it on my static sticker. Obviously, you don't have to use the static sticker. It's entirely up to you. However, it's more secure this way. And then, if you remember correctly, you can slide the camera to the left and then it nicely pops out of the holder if you need to hide it. But like I did say, if you want to leave the camera in the car so it records if someone bumps into you, for example, at night or whatsoever when you're driving, then you can do so. Now we're going to type in, well, not type in, plug in the Type-C charging end from the Pelsee charger. And then I'm going to move to the back and install the rear-facing camera as well. So that's that. Let's just make sure we put it again nice and neat. And then let's install the rear-facing dashcam. Now do bear in mind and do remember you need to have the yellow arrow pointing upwards. So let's do that. And that is pretty much it. Now, like I said, the rear facing camera rotates 360 degrees, so you can adjust it to your liking depending on how it looks like. And then, like I said, you can plug it in to, well, you have to plug it in to the Type-C charger that is at the front, which I did show you when I was doing the unboxing, and that's it. Then you can download the Pelsee Cam, which is available on both Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, and then connect via Wi-Fi to P1 Duo 013 or whatever it's called. And then you can fire up the app. The password for the Wi-Fi is 123456778, but you can change that later on, which I will show you in a second. So in terms of the settings via the app, you've got the sound recording option. You can change the resolution of the video, loop the recording duration. Light source frequency can be changed from 50 to 60 Hertz. You can have the time watermark turned on, turned off, wide dynamic range. You can flip the image, for example. You've got the collision detection sensitivity for driving that you can adjust to your liking. Automatic screen off time, which will still record the video. It just turns off the screen on the actual dashcam itself. Change the date format depending if you live in America, for example, or in Europe. If you want to, you can change the 24-hour clock to a 12 one, and then you can change the password as well for the Wi-Fi itself. Now, when it comes to downloading the footage, you can obviously do so via Wi-Fi, wirelessly, completely wirelessly onto your phone, or you can just remove the memory card and slide it into your laptop. I prefer to do it over the Wi-Fi when connected to the Pelsee dashcam. So you've got all this footage. One has letter F, which is front-facing camera. The other one has letter B, which is the backup, well, not the backup camera, the one at the back. Basically, you've got timestamps. You can take screenshots. You can delete the footage, or you can just press download and it downloads onto your phone. I'm going to cancel it now because I will show you footage in a second. The next cool thing is that you can actually hear when the camera turns on.
Start recording.
Turn off audio.
Microphone is disabled.
Turn on audio.
Microphone is enabled.
Take photo.
Photo taken successfully.
And these were voice commands. So as you've heard, you can turn the microphone on, you can turn it off. It's on by default. So obviously if you have any sort of private conversations in your car and you don't want the dashcam to record these conversations, you can just say, turn audio off. And as you can see, it even recognizes my Polish English accent, so works quite well. And yeah, so this is the front facing footage, which is recorded in 4K with a timestamp. And then you've got rear. Now I've got smoked rear windows, so they are a bit darker. It came like that from the factory, so it's might not look as clear as front-facing one, but it's only because of my car's rear windows really that are slightly smoked. But as you can see, the footage is still clear. Even though it's 1080p, it's actually pretty decent. And obviously when it comes to daytime driving, the front-facing footage is really good. So yeah, as you can see, this is how dark my rear windows are. When it comes to nighttime driving, unfortunately here in the northwest of England we do have quite a lot of rain, so it might not look as crisp as the front-facing camera, only because it's constantly rains. However, it is still a very good, perfectly clear picture. I am quite far away from the van at the front. However, in my opinion, the quality is really good. I mean, if someone would walk in front of my car, or you know, someone would brake harshly, I could definitely see that on the cam itself. And this is the rear facing camera that is installed on the back. Again, do remember I've got pretty dark rear windows, and as you can see, I can still clearly see the registration plate of the car behind me. So yeah, thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!